Evelina here from NFT Plazas, and I have an amazing creator with us here today, Erik from
Lazy Sloth.
Cool, great to have you here, Erik, with us. So Erik is going to share the details of his project and what he's up to. He's a man of many talents. So first tell us about your project and also what you do behind the scenes.
Okay, well, my project is like a collectible. It's called Lazy Sloth. Should I keep it? Yeah. It's a collectible called Lazy Sloth. It's basically an animal figure, and there are 3,333 of them, and they are you can mint them on the Polygon blockchain. So that about the project. It's the Lazy Sloth is like an animal that likes fashion, like streetwear, like I have on now, but. So what they do, they have their own streetwear label. So if you own like a Lazy Sloth, you also invest in owning your own streetwear label.
Mm-hmm. That's super cool. And why the sloth? What inspired you to choose the sloth, particularly out of all the animals out there in the jungle?
The sloth animal is also like an animal that all of the environment that they live in, their normal habitat, is getting extinct a little bit because of humans that want to have like the root and make stuff there where they live. And you also have like the rarability in NFTs in general. So I was thinking this is like a good bridge to having something that is rare and also the trace of the sloths that can be rare or more common. And also because I'm a strong believer of sustainability. So everything we do, even if it's like everybody here, the stories about minting NFTs and the energy it consumes. So everything we do, we want to keep it as sustainable as possible. It's not yet possible to go to a zero carbon footprint, but we want to try to keep close to that. So. We offer, like, for instance, if you mint one of our NFTs, you also get a link to Nori to compensate for your carbon footprint. And our streetwear is also totally sustainable.
Mm-hmm. That's really cool. So I first want to say that I love sloths, so great choice. And did you do the designs yourself? First of all, and second of all, if you can share more with us about the streetwear and the clothing, how does it look like? Do you make it yourself? How does that work? And how can people get some streetwear?
Okay, well, I'm the founder of it. I work with different designers to come up with the concept of, no, let me rephrase that. I come up with the concepts and I let other people help me design it. So other people design it for me. I'm not the designer. That's not my strong suit. So together we grow into the project, and with my feedback and what I want of a vision, they make the slot. And that's also what I do with a lot of the streetwear, and actually with everything that I do. I always work with teams because I think like everybody has something that they are really good in. And for me, that's not designing, but I'm good at bringing people together. So that's my strong suit. And I bring together some talents to help me create this. Yeah, so that's basically it about the slots and the streetwear. The streetwear is something special about it because you cannot get it everywhere. I'm not trying to sell like on Amazon or as much as possible, but I do want to have like an exclusive streetwear brand. So what I thought was, how can you make streetwear exclusive without making it like really expensive or something like that? So what I've done is I'm having a time slot on the web shop that you can only buy the streetwear 36 hours a month. And after the 36 hours you can buy it anymore. So every month on a different time the shop opens that you can buy the streetwear. And the opening of the shop will only be communicated on our social medias. That means that people have to follow our social media to be able to know when the shop opens. So you can always see it, and we can always market it, but you just can't have it. So it's like, you make it a little bit scarce on that way and make it also exclusive on that way. Mm-hmm. And the streetwear is the first 33 of each item that we have. they are unique. They have like a back number and stuff. So that means that if you're like the first in of the 36 hours, you would have like a greater possibility to have like a streetwear that's more unique than after the first 33. So that makes it also more feasible for people to follow us and to be the first one in. And to come back to the NFTs, people that own an NFT have like early access to the streetwear. So basically they could buy the streetwear before anybody else. And see if they can flip it, like what you have like in the sneaker community. Yeah? If you have some sneakers that are flipped. So that's one of the things that you have like as a benefit for an NFT holder. And also, if you're an NFT holder, you get a little bit of the profit of the selling of the NFTs, but also of the selling of the streetwear. So yeah.
So I would love some streetwear. Is it possible to get some?
Yeah, it's possible, but not yet because we are in the outsourcing phase. That we are getting the how do you call it, the manufacturers behind it, and we are still basically designing the packaging. We have like an awesome idea about the packaging because I think that's like the first point that a customer has with your brand. So I think like packaging must always be on point, and the manufacturers of fragrances, they know it like really well because the bottle is always greatly designed and stuff. So we also want to do that with our brand. And as soon as we have the consumer version of the T-shirt available with the packaging and stuff, I will send you some.
Much appreciated. I would love that. So what about the prices of the NFTs?
They are like, we do 3 different packs that you can mint. We call it a slot family. We call it a family. So if you buy a single slot or you mint a single slot, it's going to be 0.04 ETH. So it's affordable for everybody. It's not like the most highest price because we all know like prices for major projects, but it's also not like, because there's a lot of work in it, so it needs to be a little bit on both sides. You can not do it for nothing, and you can also not do it for the highest price. We're newcomers in the market. So 0.04 ETH for a single slot. For a duo of slots, that's 2, you pay 0.06, so that's 0.03 per slot. And if you mint a pack of slots, that's 5. Then you pay 0.1 ETH, and that's like 0.02 ETH a slot. So the more you mint, the less high the price is.
That sounds like a really fair price, and I like how you've organized the system. So also, what about your general journey into NFTs? How did you get into NFTs? Did you know anything about crypto before? Or, yeah, what was the inspiration behind creating the project and specifically going into NFTs?
Yeah, well, I didn't start, like, I'm a late, I call myself a latecomer into the NFTs, but maybe for a lot of other people we are early because it's like still in the early phase of NFTs. But I started with crypto, but it never really got my interest. I experimented with it, of course, but friends of mine were deeply into the crypto, so I mostly followed it from the sidelines and tried it out a little bit. But then I heard of the NFTs, and what got me like really involved in NFTs is like the community around it, because it's like really a creators market. It's not it's like co-owning and co-creatorship more than it is like having you make something and a label, yeah, basically owns it and decides what happens with your creation. So that's what I think was really interesting, and also like if you see like Web 2.0, it's like mostly like you post it and you put some filter on top of it. It's more like sending. You send a lot, and the other people can like it or don't like it. And this is more like community building. You really have like, you really collab with each other and talk with each other, and that's what got my interest the most. And also the technique, because I'm like a little bit of a nerd. So if something new is in the market, I like to try it. And that's why I started the NFT, because a lot of people think that you start for making money, because you hear like some people becoming millionaire overnight. But for me, it was more like if I want to learn something new and the technique and everything of all around it, like the blockchain and the minting and everything, I dive head onto it, like with my head first, and then I will see what happens. And then along the way, because you encounter all kinds of problems along the way, you need to connect with people and you need to collab with people. And yeah, that's my journey.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that the community aspect is really great, and also NFTs are such a fun way to learn about crypto and blockchain overall and learn something new. So, do you own NFTs, anything other than your project?
Yeah, I do. There were some collectibles where I started with. I think that most people start with some collectibles from projects that I like, not only because of the art, but basically of the community and how they do things. So I have some of the collectibles, and I also have like some of the one-on-one artists, because yeah, even if the utility isn't that much or there is no utility, I truly like the art. So tomorrow, if it doesn't have any worth, it still has worth to me because I like it.
Yeah, that's a really good point. So everyone, this is actually the man behind the camera usually here at NFT Plazas. And I just want to ask him one last question. How do you find your first conference here at Non-Fungible?
Yeah, for me this was like an amazing journey, because I don't knew the people of NFT Plaza, so we just connected like a couple of weeks ago, and basically we hit it on. That's the NFT community, basically. You don't know each other, and everybody's like working abroad and not on a physical space, but you could connect with people, and you have like the same interest, and yeah, everybody's trying to help each other. So why not collab and meet up? And yeah, now we're here. So for me, this is my first big conference, and it's like an awesome journey.
Thank you so much for joining our team, and it's been great to meet you and hang out with you. So everyone, make sure to follow Lazy Sloth, right? What other channels can they follow you on?
Yeah, you can find me, if you find me on my website. My main website is lazysloth.art. And there you find our Discord and our Instagram and our Twitter.
Cool. So yeah, make sure to follow Lazy Sloth and NFT Plazas on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook, and TikTok. So catch you later.